Right, hello everyone. Here we are setting up for hole 3, and you're really not going to see me do anything different here. This is pretty much the only approach that I recommend, is what I did last time. The only thing I could probably do for you guys is maybe give you an alternate perspective ball. Keep in mind that we're going to still want to keep kind of a decent power. So let me go bunny here. Which would be kind of season 2, mummy. They're going to be similar balls. Keeping that nice power number is going to kind of keep you in range. But what this will do is it'll kind of make it a little bit easier for you to hold your line and be able to hopefully be able to get that ace. So let's take a look here. Power 3, of course. As I mentioned last time, if you didn't hear my explanation with the elevation changes that I've mentioned, do watch the other video, especially if you're having trouble with that concept, as I thoroughly discuss this hole in depth about, you can see how you're kind of shooting over a low ground, but then it's uphill. So is it uphill? Is it downhill? And if you watch the other version of my video for this hole, I explain it kind of in depth about what you'll need to do there for this hole. Here you can see my opponent is doing a very similar approach. I do highly recommend this approach. And let's see what we can do here with this one. We're going to play it very similar to what my opponent did and very similar to what you saw me do last time, right around 1 backspin. I believe we were somewhere around maybe 80% club, give or take, 9.2, 80% club or so. You can see with the wind, somewhere right around here, 9.8 maybe rings. And as I mentioned, somewhere right around here with some ball guide offset, 9.8 rings. So you can see that I keep this inside one target, which hopefully makes it just a little bit easier to adjust. So I'm going to be pulling up towards max club. And you'll just want to, kind of play that ball guide offset and hopefully be able to just kind of straighten out your wind. Something went awry there because that was considerably different than the last time I played it. It looks like I landed too much on the upslope. So I started to probably start my line too much up that hill. So do watch doing that because you could see that it really deflected that ball. You're going to want to land on lower ground. So I do recommend watching that last video that I did. I'm sure that I set up lower on the hill, and that's a large percentage of the difference. Also, you can see that I did end up going very close to max club with that adjustment. So I probably should have used just the 10.2 there in that situation if I'm going to be pulling very, very close to max. You could see that I think I was pushing maybe about plus 13, which was getting very, very close to what max would be. So I probably landed right around here. What you'll want to do is you'll want to land a little bit lower, somewhere down here, because it's much flatter. So you can see, the slope. If you end up hitting too high up on there, it's really going to change your shot significantly. So you probably, want to watch my other video. And, this is just something kind of you want to be kind of learning along the way. It's only Monday. So if I make a mistake like I just did on that hole, I just make sure that I don't repeat it. So I'll make sure that, I'm using my bullseye a little bit better next time and setting up lower on that hill to keep it from hitting that upslope like that. Because you can see how drastically wrong things can go when you get a little bit too high up on that hill. So good luck there, guys, and I'll see you guys on hole 4 coming up.